Hey guys, what's up? I'm Clappy 1984 and today we're going to be taking a look at the Crysis 3 beta, and we're going to be talking about whether it truly is a beta or whether this is just a term they use nowadays for a glorified demo. So the reason why I'm raising this question is because, as far as I'm concerned and under my understanding, a beta is a period of a game where you get to try it out and find out any problems it may have, report them to the developers, and their intentions are to take the next few weeks or whatever in fixing these problems and getting the game perfect for release. That's what it is in my opinion and in my understanding and how the concept of a beta works. Now, the thing that sort of, not annoys me, it's the wrong word to use, but the thing that sort of bugs me slightly here is the beta comes out, 2 weeks before the release of the game. We then get a week or 2 weeks of the beta, leaving sometimes only a week from the beta finishing to the game releasing. You're talking about time frames where there isn't no changes coming. Surely there is no time frame that the developers can get everything that's going to need fixed and done in that week period. Surely everything is done and dusted, the game's packaged and sealed and ready to go. So this is why I bring up the question, is it just generally a demo or a glorified beta? Do they use the term beta because it gives people a misguiding sort of opinion? For instance, you can think, like this now, the reason I bring it up is because I do have issues with this game. I find the shotguns are far too OP, and there is sort of bugs and glitches everywhere that do need addressing. So if they bring it out under the name beta, it gives a sort of false hope that things can be fixed before release. And this game shows bags of potential. I mean, generally it does have a lot. I'm looking forward to the release, but then I just have this massive doubt in the back of my mind, based on the fact that, as far as I'm concerned, they've got no time to fix the problems that are with it now. So what is their idea? What is this generally their concept, do you think? Are you guys on board with me here? Do you think along the same lines as me? Is that betas now are just nothing more than glorified demos, with almost sort of a security seal on it that allows them to call it a beta when clearly it's not? So if there's not enough time for them to fix any of the issues that you've got now, I guess you're going to be looking at the sort of first patch release for the issues to be fixed. Now, no one really knows when this is going to be. Normally there's always a patch on the release of the game, an update sort of thing. And yeah, that's all well and good, but surely that's not going to contain any of the fixes that are going to be needed fixing from the beta. So you're now going to be thinking that the game is going to be playing like this. I'm not saying the game is unplayable, even though some people do find it unplayable. But it's just got to the point where you may be playing for sort of up to a couple of months with the issues still there. And if the game wasn't classed as a beta, would I have still pre-ordered it knowing that this is how the game was going to be released? Probably, because that's just who I am. I'm a bit stupid like that, you know what I mean? But I can understand why people are going to get quite upset or angry at the fact that a game that they thought potentially was going to be fixed before release or have issues dealt with is going to have nothing done to it at all. So I can completely see why people are going to be upset and irritated, and why people are starting to a lot less trust developers than they used to. I mean, they get scrutinised a lot, and a lot of people say the developers get given a hard time. But let's be honest, guys, 90% of the time it is justified, the criticism that they come under. Because as far as I'm concerned, this game is a demo. I don't want to talk about other games so much, but look back to Medal of Honor Warfighter. The beta come out, there was clear issues with it. You sort of still had the opinion that things would get fixed on release. Nothing was done on release, and it literally took 2-3 months of the game for even the slightest issues to start being fixed, and the game by then was practically dead, broken, and no one even bothered with it anymore. So that's an example of what can happen when you leave things too late before fixing things. A lot of you may argue that the game was doomed from the start, and to be honest with you, I am probably in the same category of you there. I do believe that, but it just sort of brings into the principle of when you class something as a beta when clearly it's not, it's a demo. So I've got a couple of solutions for this, to be honest with you. It's quite simple. The first one being, just call it a demo. Quite straightforward, just come out and say it's a demo. That way it causes a lot of confusion. Yeah, you may get a lot less pre-orders because more people concerned. But then if you take your time to fix a game, you wouldn't have to worry about losing so many pre-orders or people not buying the game. Or another scenario that I really wouldn't have a problem with is just take your time over it. Bring the beta out 2-3 months before the game is released. Oh, okay, maybe not that long. But, you know, give it a little bit of time, maybe a month. Let people play it for a week or 2 weeks, and then give yourself a month to 6 weeks to fix it. You know, I'd rather wait the time and have a better completed article and product on release than having to put up with a load of BS for the first few months of the game. It's simple, really. I'll definitely every time pick a finished product and have to wait longer for it. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. So anyway, like I said before, guys, you in the same sort of bandwagon as me here? Do you believe that they should start calling them demos rather than betas, because 90% of the time they don't get fixed at all in between the end of the game and the release? But after saying all that, I'm still looking forward to the release of the game. I am still pleased that I pre-order it. There is sort of still some optimism left in me that things are going to be okay. Fingers crossed. I truly got my fingers clenched tight shut. You know, I generally hope that they manage to pull it off, because I need something else to play at the moment. I'm looking for that title that is going to just get me spending a bit more time gaming at the moment. Obviously, everyone knows Battlefield 3 is coming to the end of its life cycle, so fingers crossed. I'm still optimistic. Anyway, guys, as always, I'm Clappy, and I'm out.